In this lesson, we will learn how to assign licenses to Entra ID users. First, we will spend time to understand Microsoft Cloud product license. Then we will activate P2 trial license. After that, we will learn how to manage Microsoft Cloud licenses for users. Finally, we will conclude our lesson with the review questions. As you know, each Microsoft product, for example, Microsoft Entra ID or Office 365, includes a set of features, some of which require specific license tiers. For example, P1 or P2 for Entra ID. In order to use a product feature, you have to have a license. A license provides rights to use certain or all features of a cloud product depending on the subscription plan. To use a licensed product, administrators must purchase or activate a pack of licenses and assign them to users. By default, all license features are enabled, but admins can disable certain features for specific users. Users can only use the features granted through their assigned licenses and enabled by admins. Now let's activate P2 trial license. To do that, we need to click on Microsoft Entra ID. As you can see, currently, IT Life Skills only have Microsoft Entra ID free license. Let's scroll down to the licenses and click on it. And to activate P2 license, we have to select the feature that required P2 license. And in this case, I selected multi-factor authentication and click on Try Microsoft Entra ID P2. Then I scroll down to Microsoft Entra ID P2 and click on Free Trial and click on Activate. At this point, you must provide a correct mailing address and payment information. For the payment information, I have to provide my credit card information. Then I can click Try Now and click on Continue. As you can see, now IT Life Skills have Microsoft Entra ID P2 license. To avoid being charged when the trial is expired, you can cancel the subscription. To do that, you first need to log on to admin.microsoft.com, then click on Billing, then click on Licenses. Here you scroll down and click on Microsoft Entra ID P2 and click on Manage Subscription Details. And here you can cancel subscriptions. Initially, licenses could only be assigned at the individual user level. For example, if we have 4 users, we have to assign the license to each user like this. As you can see, it makes large-scale management difficult, and the only solution is to write a complex PowerShell script to manage licenses. Let's assign Microsoft Entra ID P2 license to the user. To do that, I need to open admin.microsoft.com, then click on Show All, then click on Billing and click on Licenses. Here I need to click on Microsoft Entra ID P2, and then under the users I click on assign licenses. Then here I need to type in the user. In this case it is Ryan Brown and the global admin account. Then click on assign, and here I click close. As you can see, under the users, the global admin and Ryan Brown now have Microsoft Entra ID P2 license. Now let's disable a license feature for Ryan Brown. So to do that, I need to click on Ryan Brown, and it show up with all the features of the Entra ID P2 license. In this case, I want to disable Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps Discovery. So I just unselect that feature and click on Save and click Close. That's it. To re-enable the feature, I need to repeat the same step by clicking on Ryan Brown account and select the features and click Save and then click Close. That's it. Later, Microsoft released group-based licensing. To transition from user-based licensing to group-based licensing, we need to create a group that includes all the users, then assign the licenses to the group, and the license will automatically assign to each member of the group. As you can see, at this point, each user have the same license assigned twice. However, Microsoft only count as one license for each user, and we have to use PowerShell to remove the user-based licensing from the users. Now, when a new member joins to the group, then the license will be assigned to that user automatically. And when a member who leaves the group, then the license will be removed from that user. A user can be a member of multiple groups. When licenses are assigned to these groups, the user has all the licenses assigned to the groups. For example, we create a new group and add this member into the new group and assign a new license to this new group, and the licenses will be assigned to all of the users in the new groups. And you can see these two users have the license from this group and also from this group. A user can also have a license assigned from a group and a different license assigned directly like this. As you can see, this user have the license assigned from the group and a license assigned directly. Let's create a new group to assign P2 license to the users of the group. To do that, we need to click on Microsoft Entra ID and click on Groups and click on New Group. And here we need to type in the group name. In this case, it is ITL-P2 LIC for license GRP for group, and we enter the group description. Then we add the member. In this case, I want to add the global admin, so I need to search for it, and it's better to type it in the search box and select the account of the global admin. And I also want to add Ryan to the group, so I search for his account and select and add and click create. That's it. Let's create a new group to assign Microsoft Fabric license to the users of the group. To do that, we need to click on New Group, and here we need to type in the group name, and in this case it is ITL-Fabric, but I just type in FABR and then LIC-GRP, and then we need to enter the group description. So it contains users who has Fabric licenses, and I need to select all the other members. So the first one is Christina and Clayton and George and Edward and also Caitlin and Christopher, Madeline and Ryan. And I think that's it. Let's select and click create, and we are done. Let's assign Microsoft Fabric license to the group. To do that, we need to click on Microsoft Entra ID and click on groups. And here we click on all groups and open the Fabric group and click on licenses. And as you can see, there is no license assigned to the group. To assign the license, we need to go to Microsoft 365 Admin Center, or just simply click on that link. And here we are at the licenses, and we click on Microsoft Fabric and click on groups. And here we click assign licenses and we search for the group name Fabric and click assign, and that's it. Let's assign Microsoft Entra ID P2 license to the group. As you can see, the licenses was assigned directly to the same two users. However, if we remove their licenses now, then they have no license and will lose the access and are unable to work. Therefore, we should assign the licenses to the group first before removing the licenses assigned to the users. Now let's click on the Groups tab and click on Assign Licenses, and we search for the group P2 license and click Assign. Then here we click on Close and we click on Refresh. As you can see, now the Microsoft Entra ID P2 licenses are assigned to this group. Let's click on the Licenses tab. As you know, we have 100 P2 licenses and we assign the P2 licenses to the global admin account and client accounts twice. However, we still have 98 licenses, which means if a user is assigned the same license from multiple sources, the license will be consumed only once. Now let's open Azure Portal by clicking on this tab and click on Microsoft Entra ID and click on Users. And now we search for the account of Ryan and click on the licenses. As you can see, Ryan has both Microsoft Entra ID P2 license and Microsoft Fabric license because he is the member of both group, the P2 license group and the Fabric license group. And if we look at the P2 license, it shows that he is assigned the license directly and inherited from the P2 license group. Now let's remove the P2 license assigned directly to Ryan Brown's account. To do that, we first need to copy the object ID. Then we have to use this PowerShell script to remove the license. First, we need to paste the object ID to this command. Then we connect to Microsoft Graph. Then we run the second command to get the SKU of the P2 license. Then we run the last command to remove the license. Now let's open the licenses on Ryan Brown's account. As you can see, he still has two licenses. However, in the Entra ID P2 license, it shows that he has the license via inherited from the group P2 license. Let's learn about the behavior when we delete and restore Entra ID users. As you know, after a user's account is deleted, its assigned license are freed up and can be reassigned to other users. The account remains in a suspended state for 30 days. During that 30-day window, the user account can be restored along with all its properties. After that 30-day window passes, the account is permanently deleted and it is impossible to restore a permanently deleted users. As you can see, we currently have 98 P2 licenses. Let's go to Azure portal and we click on Microsoft Entra ID and click on users and we scroll down to Ryan Brown account and we will delete it by clicking on the delete button, then click delete. Now let's click on the refresh button. As you can see, the account is gone. Now let's get back to the admin portal and click on the refresh button. As you can see, after we deleted Ryan's account, the license is freed up and we now have 99 P2 licenses. Now we will restore Ryan's account. To do that, we need to get back to the Azure portal and click on deleted users. Then select Ryan Brown account and click on restore users and click on OK and click on the refresh button. That's it. The account for Ryan Brown has been restored. Now let's click on all users and we search for Ryan Brown's account and open it and click on groups. And you can see he's still the member of the two groups that we assign. Now click on the licenses and as you can see he still have all the licenses that we assigned. Now let's click on the licenses in the admin portal and click on the refresh. As you can see, now we have only 98 licenses because the license is assigned to the restore account. Let's conclude our lesson with the review questions.